Lords and ladies, cease your dancing in the background. It is now time for MyStreet, 5 years later, with your host, Jacob Butter. Pleasant music. Alright, let me just adjust this for a second. Okay, 1 name, Jacob Butter speaking, welcome back to 5 years later, you know the deal. So, I'm gonna try and be a bit quieter than usual, no promises, but just because at the moment it's my cousin's birthday party, my cousin's daughter's birthday party tomorrow, so I'm staying an extra day at my aunt's house, but my mum isn't. Now my aunt is here, who's not used to my, let's just say, less than ideal schedule. So in order to try and not inconvenience any more people, she's currently downstairs, so should be fine for right now, but she's gonna go to bed soon, most likely. Anyway, to try and do that, I'm gonna see if I can be calm and collected, which, considering how we've gone so far with these streams, it's not gonna happen, but I'm gonna try anyways. So whatever. We're going to invite our one guest for today, because the other one didn't show up again apparently. So we have Maya.
Hey.
Hello. Oh, and I forgot to actually import the file. Should have done that before. Yeah, I've been trying to fix the issue with Facebook actually, because we should be actually like on public now for Facebook, because apparently all of my because actually during the last stream, Pretty Plays actually did message me and say that apparently I had my Facebook profile set to private all this time, which to be honest I did because I made it as a pretty much an obligation back in the day and forgot to change it. And I didn't fix it at the time because I was like, I don't want to stop and interrupt the stream just to do this now. So let's fix that later. So there we go. And so yeah,
I still can't access that.
Yeah, I think we're here now. Which does raise the question: if I have my profile set to private and all the streams were going to only private or the only me option on Facebook, how on earth did I at one point get 2 viewers on Facebook Live at one point? What happened there?
Your family, maybe?
If it's set to only me, they don't have my password or access to my account. You know what? I'll figure that out later.
Yeah, I still can't access it because I don't know my Facebook login.
Oh, you still
Because
required
Facebook is outdated.
That's just like a very bad business strategy for them. You think there'd be like another method to actually... You think they would have it so you don't need to log into their service in order to actually, see the stuff people are posting on the service and generate them revenue. But okay, then I don't know.
Well, I get it. Seems kind of like I think Instagram, which is also run by Facebook, right?
Yeah,
has a similar setup, and at least for Instagram, it makes sense because it's like protection of privacy almost.
Okay, but actually, even then, I was able to actually log into. Well, I said able to see people's Instagram stuff without logging in before.
Yeah, but I think that's a setting. I think I've found like there's like sometimes you can't see anything unless you log in, and then sometimes you can with Instagram. Like I don't have an Instagram account, so like some people send me things and I'm like, I can't view this, and then it's just like, okay, or I just stop telling them because I just don't care.
And see, this is what I was saying about making these accounts have an obligation, because it's the case of, oh, of course everyone uses it. In fact, I remember the day that I made my Facebook account, because it was during rehearsals for a show, and everyone was talking on Facebook or something, and they were making jokes, being like, "Oh, I guess we'll send smoke signals so that Sean can find this or whatever." That was like one thing. But the day that I made the account was just one day when they were just randomly they were all talking about the after party and stuff that was happening for this show, and at one point I just said, "Wait, there's gonna be an after party," and then the guy turned around to me and went, "Get effing Facebook!" So yeah, I got effing Facebook. That's what happens.
Yeah, I feel that. That's why I got Twitter. But then I said, this is stupid and I don't like Twitter. So then I was like, I'm just going to stop listening to people.
Yeah, that's fair. I do have a Twitter account of my own, technically.
Yeah, I'm
pretty sure
following
you're one of the only
you.
ones. Yeah, you're the only followers of that, and both accounts are dead. It means nothing, but there you go.
I don't use the account. Actually, I think my Pinterest account is more active than any of my like I'm probably more active on Pinterest than I am on like any Discord server or Twitter or any of that.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. If I want to say something, get random thoughts out, I'll either say it on here, by which I mean like on camera, 'cause they're most likely gonna end up on YouTube at some point, or I'll just say it on Discord to people that, you know, I know are gonna read it.
Yeah, like
Ironically, that's what
me.
Shiny does, but no one reads his stuff. But you know, it works for me basically.
I just use our group chats as like vent channels that I like
See,
don't
and that's what
expect a
people tend
response
to
to.
use. See, we do that instead of using Twitter. That's the thing. So there you
Yes.
go, everyone. Everyone, Twitter sucks. Use Discord. There we go. And I love how this happens to be the day that I start looking into affiliate programs. So if I ever get anything to do with Twitter, they're gonna come after me now. Anyway,
Well, just
we'll
like
see.
delete the segment.
Delete. Yeah, I suppose I could. I suppose I can do that. I'm just gonna leave like a lingering pause just to see if I have like an area to come back maybe. And you'll never see that segment possibly. All right, let's carry on and look at the finale of Phoenix Drop High graduation days. Aaron's last
Does he
chance.
talk to her?
Well, it's his last chance to do so, so I sincerely hope for his sake that he does. So
Well,
without
he has
further
all of
distraction,
the
on
rest of
with
the
the
year.
reaction. I have my oranges today, that's what I bought. I haven't bought popcorn in a while.
Dang.
It's been weeks since...
And Harry Potter.
Knock knock! Can I come in? Sure.
You're already
Kind of the
in.
reason why I left the door open.
Yeah.
Lonely? Yeah, a little bit. Really? Yeah. I mean, I know I have Kwai-chan, Luca, Caitlin, and you. But I feel like I'm missing something.
I mean, you also have, what was it, Antonio? I guess, what, Jenny? You didn't mention Jenny either. Probably.
Well, I guess Jenny's not like in the position to be like friends, I guess, if that makes any sense.
Her literal job is to hang out with aphmau at this point.
Yes. But like so is my like peer mentor's job and stuff, but like it's more of like a mentorship and less of like a friendship sort of thing.
That depends. The way that Jenny runs the place, it is more like a friendship, but yes.
Like what? Homesick?
Who is that, by the way?
Maybe.
Oh, this is Terra.
Right. I keep hearing about Terra, but I clearly don't pay enough attention to actually know what Terra looks like.
Okay, I think you missed the episode where like they go around and like everyone is around the campus trying to search for Nekoet because they heard about all the like Mifa Scout cookies and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
Terra
did not
was-
see that one.
Yeah, Terra was the one who was really into that and like actually left the room before even getting dressed to go and get Mifa Scout cookies, and also yeah, and also was the one who was like then who felt down, was like, I can't go on, please.
I should see if there's a Girl Scout on my
Get the
campus.
cookies. Then aphmau's like, Terra, why'd you have to be extra? Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna Google if there's Girl Scouts on my campus.
Would they show up on the website? Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, they would, because I was thinking like, of course they're not gonna do what Nekoet does and just randomly just saunter in. Of course they're gonna be registered.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah, like I was just looking to see if there was like a Girl Scout like location near me because like they're like set up in divisions and stuff. I don't know if
I
you know
see.
anything about Girl Scouts now that I'm talking about this.
Yeah,
But like yeah, like there are like actual buildings and stuff because you know they don't just like meet up in the woods all the time.
yeah, I was gonna say they have to have some sort of location. I mean, whenever I think of scouts, I do imagine a cabin of sorts in the woods. So I guess I have a combination of both stereotypes in my head, apparently.
And while that may be true, My experience is like an office building.
Yeah, okay.
Because like more of like a headquarters sort of thing that reports to another headquarters because it's a big chain thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to volunteer at what at one point was a Boy Scouts thing, but by the time that I showed up there was actually became mixed. So I know. I basically did volunteering at boys and a few girls scouts. Apparently. And that was like a one room cabin type thing, but it was also in the middle of a city. So they just did the complete opposites. Anyway.
No, it's silly. Never mind.
I think I know what you're missing.
What?
Aaron.
A roommate.
Huh?
Oh, damn.
Look, we're only here for a week, and today is the last day. I know it's been lonely in this fabulously decorated room.
Which you're gonna have to then like clean up and pack within the time you've got left. Yeah.
You know we're
Is Tara the roommate?
She will become the roommate eventually. I think that's what she's saying right now. It's like, hey, you need a roommate, right? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Somebody that you might
that's
get
what
along
I'm
with, someone
doing
a bit
right
extra.
now.
A week. I know.
Anyway, back to my point.
Oh yeah, I guess you wouldn't recognize her without the piercing that she was sure to mention in every conversation.
When we actually get here, we're gonna have roommates and things will be totally different. Heck, maybe even we will be roommates together.
That would be awesome. Maybe I am homesick.
Good. I
Ew,
didn't mean
no,
it like
bad.
that. What I mean,
Oh my word. I mean, come on. What's wrong with aphmau wanting to go back home to see Sylvana? Actually, no one. Never mind. Yeah, ew.
is glad I'm not alone.
Like, I love Sylvana, but I absolutely adore my freedom.
As well. God.
I absolutely adore my freedom. Like, I do not want to go home. Literally got into a fight this morning with my parents. It was great because
Okay,
then
look,
I
I
just
agree
got
on the
to not
freedom
see
aspect,
them.
but Sylvana, have some standards, please.
Ooh,
Sylvana
Really
reminds
cute
me of
guys.
home.
And you just said that's a bad thing.
I said that I love Sylvana,
Yes, and you also said
but I don't want to go home. It's
So-
like
So
it's like
the conclusion
familiarity.
being that Sylvana reminds you of something that you currently want to avoid.
yes, but I still love.
Right, okay, whatever.
Tara!
or girls, whatever you prefer.
Tara, I swear, you are just as
Yeah, well, I mean, aphmau by this point did have an answer to that question.
bad as Kawaii-chan. Only less hyper. I take...
I have compared Terra to Kawaii-chan and Caitlyn in the sense of being a middle ground like aphmau wasn't between them. If anything, she's more just like aphmau. Maybe a little bit more extra, as aphmau implied.
Step back. You're hyper sometimes.
Oops, it's almost time to go meet Jenny. Come on, let's go to the cafe and get some coffee before class.
I don't think
Here
I'm
we
ready for
go.
this.
And speaking of energetic characters, you put Luca in my head again.
Oh, come on, it's gonna be fun.
No class was ever fun.
Art class?
That...
Okay, hold on a second.
I'm
So no-
offended.
Yeah, also, no class is ever fun, then why are you in college? You're not legally required to go.
Creative writing.
Is that what she's studying?
We knew for a fact that aphmau liked creative writing. I mean,
Yeah, except for that one time she fell asleep in the class. Yes, that's true.
That's
that was the
exception,
final exam,
not
and
the
that's
rule.
because she was stressed about the math test.
And also about the whole FC thing, because that's what she dreamt of.
Yeah, but the math test was the big kicker.
Was it? I don't
She was
know.
studying for her math
based
final,
on-
and that's why she was really, really tired.
Based on that dream, I don't know. Maybe there was the kicker to her tiredness, but as far as stress levels go, pretty sure FC ranked higher.
Come on, let's go.
I don't want it anymore. I just realized we're gonna be in a class with so many grown-up and professional students.
Aph.
Ah, yeah,
Oh, they haven't
because
gotten to the class yet.
That's this episode. Yeah, you were there when we saw the episode yesterday when it was planned.
Look, days of the
Don't
week are hard. I can't remember how many days ago that was.
One. It was about 24 hours ago.
Think this.
Nope.
A lot
Not
has
going.
happened since then.
Decided.
Aph, come on.
Decided. Did.
I'm gonna drag.
Well, I guess that means Aaron's not gonna get his chance. Oh well, I wonder what's gonna happen
You
here.
to class.
I don't care about
Try
that.
it.
Let the music play.
This is literally Aaron's last chance.
Okay.
I didn't realize the music was starting. Alright, enjoy your 10-second choose.
This one? No. Maybe this?
I don't know why. For some reason, I remember that towel. I don't know why, but that towel, I think he's just like in his room from like Phoenix Drop High season 2.
No.
What on
Running
earth are you
towel.
doing?
Running. It's like the
What?
running towel.
Okay, I need to indicate that you decided to make gestures instead of okay, fine. I thought you were trying to like eat something and then immediately burn off the calories or something.
Should I even
That's
change
how
my
it works.
clothes?
What on earth is happening? Okay, what's going on in the background? What is this on his TV?
TV.
Aaron, what are you watching?
Just gonna hand her a letter.
It moved.
Stupid letter
Yes, it moved. Correct.
that I spent all night writing. What should I wear?
No, bring the
What is that?
TV back.
But what if she wants to talk to me afterwards? I don't know if I can.
As you can see, the male bird presents himself to the female bird.
Oh no. Is that why there are birds in the background? No, we are not doing
Oh my
this.
God.
We are not going back.
The
to
male's
the
gotta be
stupid
colorful and
feathers.
able to dance.
Yes, as Kenma was so able to learn, yes. Which is weird, considering this is when they
Wait,
were
when
trying
did
to
you watch Haikyuu?
What? No, I'm talking about Kenma as in Kenma from MyStreet. You know the
Wait,
show
who the
we're
fuck is
currently watching?
Kenma? Sorry, who in the world is Kenma?
Kenma is the first character who was voiced by Ross, who appears in the New Year's episode of season 1 of MyStreet. And he's and the whole thing is that he wants to kiss Emmeline.
Oh, Kenmar.
Well, Kenma. There's a U in his name. So yes.
Okay,
Kenma.
whatever. I didn't hear an R. I'm like, who in the world is Kenma?
Unfortunately, she does not take his advances.
Oh wow! What a bet! How about that? A red bird. We're going after a female bird with purple details. I wonder if that's symbolic.
But then, suddenly,
I just realized something. Why is Aaron's favorite color red? If that's the color of his eyes, the part of him that like he hates the most, why is that his favorite color as well?
he puffs out his elaborate
And of course, this is being voiced by Andy.
it
Just to add
Gareth?
salt onto the.
Oh
Yes.
my god, yes!
bright feathers like this.
And so he also sets his chest on fire. And the bird and the female bird seems to be visibly traumatized, her face shocked and devoid of any pupils, as her eyes have popped out in the interim.
And does a little dance.
God, fire boobs.
The female bird proceeds to have an epileptic seizure caused by the flames themselves.
This will not only attract her, but scare off other males as well.
That is word for word what Gareth says to Kenma in that episode. I hate that I know that. Why do I know that? Okay.
I don't know.
On
'cause
one-
I didn't even remember Kenmer.
All right. On one hand, nice callback. On the other hand, this is around the time that they'd already decided to do like the Emmeline twist in terms of Ghost's identity, which makes me question if they did that. Why are they calling back to the one MyStreet episode other than the fall festival that I missed, where Emmeline herself actually appears? Why do that?
I don't know, but my theory is that Emmeline's soul is actually split in two. That's why like the memories are missing and stuff. So,
I would have thought so, but I get that, you know, in one time when I actually do agree with Aiden about talking in conversation and stuff coming up, you would have thought that if you know they mentioned Emmeline or if aphmau saw a version of Emmeline from the past, which she actually did in season 6, that she would think, wait a minute, that's like my friend Emmeline. How old is she? What happened? Like, I don't know, maybe I don't know, something like that.
Wait, do we see Emmeline?
Well, aphmau sees Emmeline in a flashback.
Oh, okay. It was like, wait,
Yep.
did ghosts get their own body? I was like, I do not remember that. That would have been like so cool, but I do not remember that.
No, that would probably require some sort of like Frankenstein homage, if I think about it. Actually, I don't
Oh
know.
my god, yes, Lucinda becomes Frankenstein.
I mean, well, become the Frankenstein monster. I think Lucinda would be the Frankenstein in that instance.
That's what I just said. Lucinda would become Frankenstein.
Oh, I thought you said Emmeline. Okay.
Finds bright colors attractive, and with that,
Bright colors attract?
Well, you know what? You're already wearing bright red, so you got that covered.
Nope, I can't. I'm too shy to do a little dance for her. I mean, talk to her.
No, I'm just picturing that. What?
Oh my god.
Oh my word! You know, there's an episode of The Amazing World of Gumball. I don't know how many episodes of that you've watched or whatever, how many you are with the show, but the younger sister Anais has like terrible social anxiety and inadequacy, like kind of like Aaron, but instead she actually like over obsesses. Like she'll literally have this whole thing where she's like one person shows her one act of kindness and she'll be like friend. So yeah, but one time when Gumball and Dominic try and get her to go and approach somebody and make friends.
Is the younger sister blue or orange?
Neither. She's pink. Gumball and Dominic are blue and orange.
Oh.
Yeah, but basically, like the sister goes up to this one guy, and he's like, "Hi, my name is Anais. Can I be your friend?" Like on top of a lung.
Oh.
And the guy responds back, "He's like, yes, my name is Joshua. Nice to meet you. We can be friends. Fantastic. I'm going to do a dance right now. Please, can I join you? Yes." Exactly. So that's what that reminds me of. Just Aaron in the middle of the room seeing aphmau for the first time, being like, "Hi, aphmau. Nice to see you again. It's been so long. Allow me to dance for you."
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I went on a journey there.
Ugh! I can't. I need something darker. She's already gonna think I'm a loser for handing her this letter.
I guess don't hand her the letter then.
I'm
So,
confused.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
In towards the end of season 1, they agreed to like take it slow, basically, right?
Which at this point was like 4 years ago, but yes.
Yes. And like, so like, why is he writing a love letter to her?
Actually, we don't quite know what it says there. It might just be honestly, it might just be the word hello just scribbled sloppily or something like that. I don't know. Well, I don't know. We did hear him we'd see him like do a bunch of drafts of it. Well, see, here's the thing. I mean, even in season 1, they agreed to take things slow during that season, but then eventually Aaron was like, "I can't wait any longer. I must be with you, aphmau. Please, will you be my girlfriend?" That kind of thing. So,
but they never did that.
I mean that they never did that. That's literally
he never asked her out.
That's literally what happened for them to get together. Acon 2016.
Oh, you mean season 1? I meant season 1 of Phoenix Drop High.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. So season 1
I meant...
yeah, they agreed to take it slow. But season 1 of MyStreet, they're doing the exact same thing. But Aaron's like,
yeah,
I've waited long enough. Which, to be honest, now that we know that they've been, on and off for like 10 years, yes, he has waited long enough. I guess he thought the same thing here as well, maybe. It's been a significant amount of time. Not as much, but it's still a good portion.
Yeah?
If anything, I can relate, because actually, because actually this girl and I actually at one point mutually confessed our feelings like a year before we actually got together. This was the same girl who actually like her mum did not approve of boys, and therefore we couldn't actually like publicly say we were like dating or anything. Which actually again that was which happened the same year that Phoenix Job High Season 1 came out, which is partly why I hate Sylvana so much, because she hit a tough nerve at the time.
Wait, what year did Phoenix drop High
Season 1 was 2016.
Oh.
Yeah.
Minecraft Diaries was still going on.
Yeah. Well, Minecraft Diaries was still going on during MyStreet at the start.
I knew that, but I just forget that that's a thing.
It feels like two different eras, especially when you watch the shows back to back and you see how much more budget went into MyStreet. It feels like it was made
yeah. That it just mind blowing.
Yeah,
mind blowing. Yeah, great grammar.
Yeah.
Next year, should we try to room together?
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I'm kind of shy about it.
Right, you might be a distraction for me.
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Nah, it's a small chance we'll be roomed together, but we can try.
You can request.
I was gonna say, yeah, pretty sure you can apply for that.
If we don't, well then, we'll just meet at the cafe like we do.
Right, yeah, let's give it a shot.
Aw, I'm gonna miss you during summer break.
Oh, you.
And go home with her.
I mean, they're gonna move in together, so we've got plenty of time afterwards.
Don't worry, we'll see each other when you get back. Besides, this gives me some time to work a summer job.
True.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be distracted during that, would you?
Oh hey, aphmau!
Ah, no! What's wrong?
She's gonna make me try coffee!
You say that like it's a bad thing.
You're a coffee lover?
Been drinking it?
Okay, Tara literally said in the previous scene, let's go get some coffee. What did you think was going to be her answer here, aphmau?
Since I was 5 years old.
Well, when people tell me let's go get some coffee, I get some ice cream. It's basically ice cream.
Okay, yes, but if they say let's go get some coffee, the implication is that they like coffee. Maybe not you necessarily, but
Okay, but then half the time they get like the pink, funny-looking drinks from Starbucks or Dunkin'.
I mean, granted, those are delicious. I can't blame them, but yeah, that is weird phrasing.
It's glad American. I caught you.
What do you mean it's American? We have Starbucks over here. What are you talking about?
Now, before
no,
you
I
say
mean
anything...
bad phrasing and ignorance.
Oh, right. Okay, fine. I was gonna say maybe that's why Luca's hair is that color. She just dyed it the color of her favorite.
Oh my god, that sounds like a genius idea. We should all dye our hair the colors of our favorite drinks.
Well, you're in college right now. Go ahead and do that if you want.
That would be impossible.
Here.
My favorite drink is clear.
Dye your hair transparent.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. Fine, your second favorite drink then.
I got you a cup of warm milk.
Really?
Really? I know I've been pushy about coffee, and I know that can get annoying.
Really? Do you know it can get annoying? Because we've got a whole series of you doing that later.
Trust me, I know.
Caitlin. Anyway.
I do love how many like students at this school have the study hard book that just like is generic. Are they all engineer students? Because otherwise that curriculum is not going to apply to them.
It could be it could be like the aphmau equivalent of How to Study for Dummies. Like, for Dummies, the brand.
Yeah, but actually, I haven't heard of them specifically, but I know what the general idea would be behind that. Although that makes me think that they would have different covers for the books depending on the subject one is studying. The dummy is studying.
They're all yellow, black font, black thingy here and then for dummies in yellow with whatever the topic is in like smaller letters. And
that's very interesting because yellow and black actually do stand out together. Especially if the yellow is like really bright, because I guess that's a good tactic to get them off bookshelves. But that's also they're used in like traffic signs to indicate danger. So, okay, all right, fair enough. That's called aposematism, apparently.
What?
Yeah, it's called aposematism. It's
Then
a
why is it-
thing
I was
to
going
make
to bring this.
certain colors indicate danger. That's why you've got like, I guess there's certain animals and plants that we avoid by instinct.
Oh, like how
Like
bright colored,
bees.
like animals use bright colors to like deter things from eating them.
Yeah, bright colors, yes, but also there's some other combinations of colors that do the same thing. But yeah, that's the idea. It's like there's like these bright red frogs that are like, hey, I'm poisonous, don't eat me.
This to you before you went to your big girl class. But since you're here you go.
Aw, thank you, Luca. That's sweet.
I just want to make sure you feel welcomed and are prepared for college. Unlike your mom, Caitlin here.
When did I become her mom?
The same
Since
time
always.
Luca became, they're both. So no, Luca became a mum. That's how that works. You know, you have like a younger friend, and there's going to be a family dynamic that comes up for some reason.
Aww.
Especially if you're in a couple. Ken is at least a stepmom in this scenario.
Well, I really appreciate it. To be honest, I've been feeling really down for a bit, and this makes me feel warm and milky.
Perfect.
Speaking of which,
It makes me feel warm and milky. Please never describe yourself as warm and milky ever again.
who's
Aphmau.
this, Aph?
Oh, right. This is Tara.
Hi.
Tara! Heard a lot about you. Seems like you were Aph's best friend in high school.
Sure was. Helped her with a lot of home.
Yeah, that I would react curiously about that, but yeah, that's a fact that I've been dying to address for some time.
Work. I also thought the guy I liked her.
Oh, so she thought the guy that she liked aphmau. I mean, granted, that's a safe assumption given aphmau's track record with boys, but you know, I guess maybe the twist was that it was Tara the whole time, or it was just somebody else entirely. Who knows? It was Kawaii-chan.
So we were against each other at first.
Oh, because I guess Tara was have confronted her about that. Okay. Fine.
Now they're friends? Oh, that's too cute!
Yeah, sure would be a great story. Something that one would like to see at some point. You know, there's
Then
great
write it.
potential with that. Sure would enjoy experiencing that story from it. Anyway. Someday.
That's pretty awesome.
It wasn't at first.
Too cute.
I'd love to talk, but if I don't get my coffee soon, I won't have any for class. The line looks long.
Ah, yes, a full 3 people. You don't know what a long line looks like.
Don't worry, sweets. I can help ya. I know the barista personally. Come on.
But this is
Oh.
how Starbucks goes. There's the collection of people standing off to the side waiting for their drinks.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Which, given, like, look at the walls. There's nowhere for them to stand at the side.
There's the whole back area over here, towards the window, and behind them there's a bunch of chairs and tables as well.
The window looks like the entrance, I would have thought, and there's no one.
No, on the left. On the left.
On the left, there's a wall, and there's no one. There's no second line.
No, but there's like the wall does it, like the building is not like a triangle.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see when they actually get there, because I think I know the formation you're thinking of. I just want to see if there's actually a thing in here. Oh wait, no, there's okay. So I see the doorway now. Fair enough. Luca was blocking it.
So how do you like college so far?
It's been nice. But then again, I don't have assignments and stuff, so it's awesome for now.
Right.
Yes, for now. Enjoy your first year.
Things can get stressful, but you know you
Assignments
have
are
Luca.
fun though.
Honestly, it depends. It depends on what they are and how they're executed.
True.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, drama assignments, you know, they were great for me most of the time. Writing and directing a full musical and organizing all the rehearsals for it at the same time as you're trying to make the story and trim down like the budget for it, how you're gonna the logistics, limited casting. Yeah, not as fun.
I'm here to help you. You have Luca's help whether you like it or not.
It must be nice to have someone like Luca.
Indeed, isn't she a great mum, aphmau?
Yeah. Speaking of which, you meet anyone you're interested in?
No. I mean,
Ah, yes, within your first week of college. Actually, to be fair, that is something that can happen sometimes.
It
But not with
did
that.
happen. I
Yeah.
made 2 friends. I made 2 friends the first week of college. Like 2 like close friends hung out of my room. Both of them were dating girls before the end of the week.
I mean,
No.
yeah, I said
Had
like
been
it's-
on
it
a
can-
date or planning a date.
yeah, what I meant was it can happen, but just not to aphmau.
You know, I've kind of been,
I mean, we know aphmau takes things slow.
I don't know, doing my own thing.
Why is that?
I don't know. Partly because most of the people who have been interested in me are
Are
jerks.
you sure you
and
don't know?
The ones that I like either like me for another reason or I don't know.
If my friends are what you know about me, then hopefully some of them have evolved beyond that, considering you're friends with a lot of people who, were into you. And yes, they might have been jerks at first, but clearly they're not jerks enough for you not to be friends with them.
Seems like you're pretty spent.
That or I'm missing something. Maybe I'll meet someone worth my time while in college.
I mean, I was going to say the whole thing about her being spent, that is somewhat foreshadowing to one of the main pieces of drama from Falcon Claw, the whole letters thing. So yeah, nice that there's some inclusion here. See, the thing is that aphmau can't remember her own plot points to save her life sometimes, but she can foreshadow.
Hey, take your time. No rush, okay?
That's not how you make it. Here, let me do it.
Oh my word. She is so flanderized already. How is that even possible? She's been in
Luca
like
sure
3
loves
episodes.
coffee.
She has posters of it.
Wow.
She has posters of coffee. This is what I mean. Normally, flanderization takes years of a character, not like the first appearance of them. What do you do? Okay, yes, that's
Go
a
see
poster.
Tress
It's not a
Taste.
coffee. Fantastic.
Go
You have a
see
poster.
Tress Taste.
Yeah, okay, great. So you have a poster. Fantastic. Actually, to be fair, I was going to say I'll never post it because it's not even in my room. It's my room when I'm at my nan's house.
1 white hot chocolate mocha with whipped cream.
That does, honestly, any drink that has white chocolate involved, sign me up. Except coffee.
Without
to be honest.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
that's the
the
weird
white-
thing. It's white chocolate, but it's coffee. Would I enjoy that? I don't know.
It's got a bit of a tang to it because I have on multiple occasions accidentally ordered a white chocolate frappuccino with coffee instead of without the coffee. But the without the coffee is a lot more sweeter, and then the with the coffee can be sweeter, but some sips are just really really I don't know, they're just off. It's just an off flavor.
I see. Yeah. I'll stick to white hot chocolate. I think. Let me just 1 second. Carry on.
Nah, frappuccinos for the win.
This is amazing! Aph, you have to try it!
Sure,
Oh. Go away.
So close.
We gotta get going. Class is about to start, and we need to meet Jenny before.
Right. See you guys.
See ya! Nice to meet ya!
I can't believe that Caitlin and Tara had never met.
Well, I think Kaden had graduated by the time that the whole Terra thing went down.
Then that's only a year. Less than a
Well,
year.
I mean, I think it might be less than a year of them being friends. I would say maybe the whole guy liking her thing was actually might have been aphmau's junior year, maybe. Or it could have just gone down in the same year. To be honest, aphmau's drama can actually go down really quickly, in actual universe time.
Yes, but best friends?
Hey, I don't know. You never know. Maybe okay.
Oh my
maybe
God, look
you
at
know
his
what, you know what I'll say?
outfit.
Oh yeah, because you got to wear something darker, of course. What a classic
That
thing! Why?
sweatshirt.
It's always like the last few episodes when they just randomly do an outfit change. First, it was the last
I love
5
this
episodes
outfit.
of Starlight. Now it's this. I don't remember if he actually stays in this outfit for the rest of Falcon Claw or for some of it, but yeah, I guess we'll see.
I guess I'm gonna have to find her to give her this letter. What if I don't find her at all? What if she goes to another school?
That's your approval for the sweatshirt, is it? Or was that for the letter? Okay, fine.
Sweatshirt.
I'll just have to.
I don't care about the
All
letter.
right, students. Today is a special day. Not only is it the last day of class, But we're going to have a few special guests joining us.
Special guest?
I wonder who.
I hope it's Johnny Depp.
Oh my god,
all
yes,
the
Johnny
people.
Depp.
Yeah, he's a bit busy right now.
You all know Jenny.
Exciting.
We already know her.
Oh,
I know her.
Johnny Depp.
Well,
What do you mean? Yeah, of course. Wait, hold on. Okay,
She's in
two
your
things.
class.
So much has happened at once. So first of all, yeah, of course, everyone knows Jen's like, oh yeah, I know her because yeah, you've been in the same class for probably a few years at this point. Depends on the class formations. I know we'll alternate, but at least a term you've been together. And the other person being like, oh, it's not Johnny Depp. Can you? I don't know if alcohol is that prestigious at school and can actually get these people. Then again, what do I know? Because in 1 year, my drama school managed to get Stephen Fry, Rowan Atkinson, Gary Barlow, and Peter Capaldi. I think in that order. So some
I
places
don't know who
have
those are.
Okay, well, Stephen Fry. To be honest, I'm not sure if you know him by name, but then from anything. Maybe the Master from the Hobbit movies. You've probably seen him in like some other stuff, like in general, like clips and things. I'll show you a picture of the guy later. You might recognize him. As for Rowan Atkinson, well, I mean,
I recognize
V.
the last name, but oh, okay. I was like, I
Yeah.
recognize the last name, but I had no idea who that was.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I knew
Yeah,
Johnny
yeah.
English.
Yeah, Gary Barlow, you wouldn't know because yeah, he was one of the members of a boy band that was mostly known around here. So and quite a few years ago. So but one of my drama teachers told me about the time that she was like, oh, this other guy, left Take That. It wasn't the same one that was in here, but so yeah, would expect to know who he is. Peter Capaldi, on the other hand, I would actually
Louis
say
Capaldi's cousin.
Louis Capaldi's grandfather's brother, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So great
but,
uncle.
Yes, he's like known. He was like known like before Louis Capaldi was even a thing.
Well, because I remember hearing something about Louis Capaldi's music videos being related to someone else in his family.
Oh yeah, so he did feature in a Louis Capaldi music video at one point, I believe. But he is still to this day most known as the 13th Doctor in Doctor Who.
I've never seen Doctor Who.
Fair enough. We'll move on from that.
She had volunteered to
just don't let Shani hear you say that.
lead young, new, fresh minds into college. And as such, she has requested that these students come into a class to view how things go.
Yeah, you were all here when that was organized. Why is this a brief?
And I've agreed to let her students.
Well, like it sounded like they were packing up, like they were done for the day, kind of thing. And it's the kind of thing like you can ask a question from the front row, and everyone else can just be leaving.
I suppose. I'm just worried this is going to become like an as you know situation.
Students come into our class.
And for that, we thank you. Come on in, everyone!
Wait, her group? That means...
He wasn't prepared. Of course he's lost. Wait. Dramatic effect. Pause. Another person. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I reckon if oh my goodness, Diana, stop.
Yes.
I was about to say that I reckon if Aaron could, he would like do the thing where he puts his hoodie up and then like pulls the straps to like do that.
Look at him! He looks so dark and
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dark and red. You must be even more into him now, Diana.
Yes.
See, whenever Aaron does this situation, he just can't win, can he? That's the thing. It seems that both aphmau and Aaron are like the desirable people that seem to like find each other, but like everyone else also wants.
my little heart is beating like a puppy!
He's wearing dark colors. His hood is... Oh, he looks
See what I mean? Just happens.
so...
aphmau's had her turn at harems. It's Aaron's time to shine now. That's what's happening here.
What?
I wonder what I'm gonna eat for lunch after this.
Me too, aphmau, me too.
I'm making myself some pasta after this stream ends, like the second it ends, I'm hungry. But also leave I drink to that line from aphmau and the rule of the comedy.
I'm probably going to Rite Aid and finding like frozen food.
I love that especially because like you know like the cliche of like, oh wow, this person is so mysterious. I wonder what's going through their head. And then you like cut to what's actually in their head, and it's something completely like inane. I don't know. It's like, why is the sky blue? Of all the colors.
Oh my god, I just realized.
Yeah.
I kind of did the same thing Aaron did. Like, except
What
not in a
came
romantic
first?
way.
What came first, the horizon or the word horizontal? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, go on.
I think it's the horizon.
Yeah, it was the horizon.
But because I saw a guy that I used to be friends with in middle school at my school.
Mhm.
And then it took me like 3 weeks of actually like talk to him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like guessing the whole mystery thing.
No, I mean like, oh, I know this person and they know me, and I go to their school and they don't recognize me, or like they keep like missing me and stuff like that. And like I can't not miss them because they're tall with curly ass hair, but like really really curly hair.
That's
but like
you know what I do in that situation? I would at some point in a situation where we end up having to talk or something, I would just then like bring up something that specifically like from like whatever collective history I have with the person, and then see the gears go like, wait a minute, that's you. That would be it.
Yeah,
I love when
I texted his best friend and asked his best friend for his number so that I could be like, hey, you want to like catch up because I go to your school.
Oh, so you did do what Aaron did. You actually opened up communication in writing form.
Feel free
to take I could have talked
Aaron didn't. I mean, see, the thing is, Aaron would have done that if he had a cell phone. So this was his backup.
Seat anywhere. Today, I'm going to be very light on the workload. Plus, my current students have a class evaluation to do in order to exit this class. So today will be rather easy.
Ah, man! I wanted a physics lesson!
Maybe.
It's still going to be a physics lesson. You said it's going to be an easy physics lesson. In fact, it's an engineering class, technology. So yeah, you have some physics in there, but not specifically the subject of physics. Like, what are you here for, Peter?
Yeah, I'll do a little bit of one. But for now, sit, and we'll get started.
Everyone plops down on the floor.
One person would do that. Not everyone.
Diana, hey girl, come sit with us.
But I...
Sorry, can't hear you. Shoo! That's what I would have done.
Okay.
I mean, there was no chair there. If Diana had gone around the same route that aphmau did, she'd be sitting there right now.
She's sitting right next to me right now. She's there. She's sitting right next to me.
Okay, Aaron is missing on a huge opportunity to do the best reveal he could possibly do. All he has to do right now is just like, you know, take off the bandana, take off the hood, and then just like wait, like, hey there, and just wait for her to react and notice and be like, oh my goodness. See, I do this stuff all the time. It's like one time when there was like exchange students that came from Spain. I didn't know them, but in fact, the reason I didn't know is actually why this worked. It was because like I hadn't met all of them. I didn't meet all of them at once. Some of them knew that I could speak Spanish, but others didn't. So what I did at one point was just wait for a situation when I was like alone with one of them in particular. I'd say one thing in Spanish and wait for the reaction. And the thing is, one time I got the same reaction twice from one girl, because like one time I did like a joke in Spanish and she like laughed, clearly, like, but then I guess she forgot about it, and it turns out my mum had like arranged for like an activity for like everyone to go and watch Pitch Perfect 2, which by the way is the event that kickstarted my guilty pleasure obsession with that series.
I love Pitch Perfect, especially the mashup events and stuff.
Yeah, see, the thing is, like, the Pitch Perfect movies are utterly stupid, but I can't help love them for some reason. It's like,
They're
why?
amazing.
It's like, I like this, but why do I like this?
Because
anyway,
music and the
yeah,
troublemakers.
I'm pretty sure I think it is the music, and honestly, like, just and somewhat just the character interactions, how they it's like the love-hate between like every single person on screen. Anyway, point is, we're at the cinema. I don't know what I said something to this girl, like thinking that she knew that I spoke Spanish already. So I was like, okay, I'll just like say something random. I'll chime in the conversation here. And then she looks at me and goes, eh? like shriek loud as like, you speak Spanish? Like, yes. Do you not remember from before? It's like I wasn't prepared.
Well, maybe it was like the joke and then like got distracted in the joke.
Maybe. I really don't know. I think just forgot about me. But she didn't forget about me after that event, actually. In fact, we stayed in contact on Skype after that for a bit before I moved to Discord.
Oh my god, I remember the days of Skype.
Yeah, the reason I don't talk to her anymore is because I moved to Discord.
Hey girl, mind if I sit next to you?
Sure.
Stay calm, Aaron. She won't recognize you with your hood up.
That'd be really funny too. If she
you?
does just say like, "Oh, hey, Aaron, it's you."
Oh, thank Irene.
Whoa, check out that guy. He looks like he's from one of your animes or something.
Which would make way too much sense considering that aphmau, the YouTuber, designed this character. That would make so much sense if he was. Wait a minute. aphmau likes Grey Fullbuster, right? And Grey Fullbuster, there's a poster in Phoenix Job High of him with like an open shirt and stuff.
No, Grey Fullbuster just doesn't wear clothes most of the time, and he only had boxes on in that photo, in that poster.
I see. Well, there you go. Clearly.
I know my
Aaron
facts.
was
It's fairy
designed
tale.
with aphmau's anime in mind. So yes, it makes perfect sense. In fact, he kind of looked like his diary's counterpart here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he kind of does.
A little weird, don't you think?
He is right there.
No, you're gonna...
Hi, my name is Af.
Yeah, of course he's gonna talk. Why would you not?
But she doesn't recognize him.
Yeah, I know. aphmau is stupid. She's thinking about what she's gonna have for lunch, okay? And she hasn't seen Aaron like this specifically. I don't think
he's
he's
gonna run
tried doing,
away?
like, I don't think he did the bandana eye thing at first with her, like until like way later. I guess you wouldn't have seen that because the game, whatever.
Rude much?
It's okay. Maybe he's not much of a talker. I had a friend like that once.
All right.
Oh, did you now? It's so painful but so funny at the same time.
Right, everyone.
It's
I'm
not
going to
funny,
pass
it's so
around your
painful.
evaluation papers for this class. I'm adding it into your final because I know you won't do them otherwise.
Huh. Students should do all their work.
Well, this is optional, really. We finished finals the other day. However, this evaluation is part of your final. And if you
Wait, what? You finished finals the other day, but it's part of your final? And also you said this was required work to exit the class, but now it's optional? Make up your mind, teacher!
Basically, he's using it as a grade booster.
Well, great. Just say that to begin with, then.
give me a good report, I'll be sure to add a few bonus points to your final.
Oh, he's a corrupt teacher. That's why he sucks at his job.
But you can't do that.
Says who?
That's not how it worked in high school.
This isn't high school.
I reckon, I know that, like, tenure jobs are a thing in the US, so maybe he's got one of those.
High school teachers can have those too.
You must have an idealized
any
version of
level
how
teacher.
college actually works. Now, fill out that paper and I'll go over the physics lesson.
College is confusing.
Now then, students, let me explain to you Hubble's constant. So, here's the thing about physics. Physics involves various numbers.
I just have to fill.
Why is he explaining an intro to physics class on the last day of school to
Because okay, for starters, he's only explaining it to the intro class, the class of kids that have just come in, because everyone else who's actually in the class should be taking that, like, should be doing their evaluation. But like, physics deals with numbers.
I mean, it does, but there's more to it.
But like,
Physics is the most math-focused of the sciences, but it does remain a science.
yes, I love physics. You cannot do this to my baby.
Yeah, well, I don't know. This was meant to be an engineering class as well, so I don't know.
About this paper. But she's right next to me and distracting and...
Yep, there we go.
Here you go.
And now they touch hands. Oh, I was right. I was kidding, but fair enough. All right, fair enough. Okay, hop off.
Your hands are nice. Sorry, that sounded weird. I wasn't sure what to say, and...
Yeah, it sure did sound weird. What the heck, aphmau?
You're a professional student, and I...
And you still calls me a professional student. My word. See... Why does Aiden dislike this series so much? I don't get it.
There's a lesson going on. Now, where was I? Oh, yes.
You know, the beginning, maybe?
Angle of repose.
How did we get from... Okay, whatever.
She's so lucky. She gets to sit next to him.
I'm glad that he could meet her. Still, I'm a little jealous that she gets to sit next to him.
Please have aphmau say something in her head right now. Like, wait, I'm totally lost. What happened in this class?
This is a very
an
important
angle?
thing to recall.
I would expect to hear
When
aphmau
considering
say, "What
motion
is an
in
angle in her
objects,
head?"
Not objects
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The angle of the what now?
in motion. It's very misunderstood and mixed up. It's
Wait, hold on. No, go back. What on earth did you just say, Teach? Hold on. We're going...
a thing to recall when considering motion in objects. Not objects in motion. It's very misunderstood and mixed up. It's actually the other way around.
Okay, alright, that's fine. And that's why we didn't hear her thoughts.
She hasn't changed much.
She has none.
You know what? That's fair. You know, sitting next to her falling asleep must bring back a few memories of werewolf class.
All right. That's all I can teach for now. Thank you all for attending my class. I hope you enjoyed putting up with me as much as I did with you. Have a great summer.
We didn't, but okay.
My group, thank
don't
you
think we
all
did
for
either.
coming. I'll be
think that was
seeing
the
you
point.
all personally before you guys leave today. Hope you enjoyed this week. Al, come on! Wake up! It's time to go and get packing. You're gonna need to with everything in your room.
That is,
Okay.
like I said it before, didn't I?
Wait!
Hey, I'm sorry, but this is probably gonna come off weird and stuff, but you look really cool.
You know what? That comes off as less weird than your hands are soft.
I was wondering if
No,
I could
your
get a
hands
picture
are nice.
Oh, right.
You
yeah,
have
your
nice
are
hands.
Okay. That's still bad. but
with
yeah.
you.
Uh-huh.
Well, I enjoy photography, and I was wondering if you wouldn't mind.
If you want.
I enjoy photography takes a selfie. Really? Really?
I can't.
Oh my word. Okay. You just know that's going in a personal collection.
Thanks.
And because of that, aphmau was gone and you wasted an entire class because you're an idiot. All you had to do was take off your hood and let her do the work of figuring out that it was you. You didn't even have to approach her. This was a chance handed to you on a silver platter. You could have passed her the note in class, like you probably did back in the day, and said, my aunt is asleep, I cannot get worked up. Point is, you are a fool, Aaron Lycan.
Oh, it's
What
11.
was that? She's gone.
Yeah, of course.
Couldn't even talk to her.
Oh,
I need to give this to her at least.
you blew it. You blew it.
well, next year for sure. If he's here, I'll try to be close to him.
Yeah, you have one more year to get to pull this off, Jenny.
Is Jenny
Sure,
in engineering?
come on.
What? Did you just
Well,
seriously
because
ask me
at the level of at the year that Aaron should be in, and with like in an engineering degree, generally it's very specific classes. So any of the classes that you have with other people are generally like only your type of engineering.
Well, they must have the same type of engineering then.
It just seems odd to like
This class
Like
operates
the
on
three of
technological
them.
stuff.
Hmm?
This class operates on technological stuff. I don't think it's that precise.
Come on, let's go.
Then again, knowing Jenny, I wouldn't put it past her to take engineering just to be in the same class as Aaron.
I'm gonna go grab a coffee. Wanna?
course you
No
are.
thanks. I'm gonna go crash. At least until my mom picks me up.
Understandable.
Crash into Aaron?
Well, I mean that could happen, but I mean, but you're gonna crash beforehand. But you have to unpack. You have to pack up everything. What are you doing?
Class was kind of boring, but that was because we didn't understand the base material. See ya, Aph.
See ya.
The base material was explained to you in the class itself.
Hey.
Wow. Okay, the hood's down. Bandana thing might still be a bit of like less of a giveaway because he hasn't seen you with that yet, really. I don't think, but
Maybe he got more buff, and we just can't tell because it's Minecraft.
okay. But if he got more buff, that's also a disconnection from before. But okay.
Oh, hey, it's you. Is this about the hand comment? Because I'm so sorry.
You can do this. Please, eyes, don't change.
There is a very obvious APHTV blooper that could happen with this scene.
A what
Just-
blooper?
Yeah, well, yeah. You remember like the APHTV bloopers that they were like skits that were made of like alternate takes of the scenes where like people are just goofing around, or there'll be like different models or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the time that the car for Emerald Seeger became the magic school bus for 10 seconds. Yeah, yeah. For example, yeah, it's like, will you marry me? You got a taco. I don't know, whatever it was. That's not in the scriptures. Yeah. Anyway, stuff like that. Point is, I can imagine an ABHTV bloopers thing where he does this particular thing and the bandana comes off. His eyes are red, and aphmau goes, bleh.
Aaron?
Hey.
There we go.
That looks kind of like a kiss.
You're here. You do go to
I think it was me like slurping on milk.
the school. Why didn't you say anything to me?
It's a long story.
And now the agents come in and you messed up because you had a chance when you were pretty free of any concerns, unless the teacher's like in on it. Mr. Gavin was also in contact with the agents, so maybe the teachers that he was that he had were informed. I don't know. Actually, to be fair, if you inform that guy of agents and stuff, he's just not going to care. He's got a 10-year job. He's secure.
Excuse me. Mr. Lycan has an appointment he's late for.
Oh, and who are you?
My dad's friends. I have to go.
But we just.
This is a mirror image of like. This is a mirror of like what the agents that came after him when he revealed himself at Phoenix Drop High Season 2 at the end of that. So you know what? That's nothing aphmau can do. She can't remember her own plot lines unless she's actually like recycling the visuals of them and the setup.
It's met again, and.
Let's go.
Like the feathers, I guess.
Good thing we caught it in time.
Wow.
I guess he has things to do. Yeah, he doesn't have time for me.
I mean, he had an hour that he wasted, but
He would have reached out sooner if... Never mind. I gotta get going.
How does she get past all this and not find out anything until, like, season 5?
Because the agents don't really come up at any other point other than this one, and also that one scene from Phoenix Pie season 2 that she was aware of.
Yeah,
so
but like...
that whole part of Aaron's past was never actually, the whole agents thing, that was never made clear until now, really. And then never again until Starlight.
But she seems kind of like really hurt over this, and then like just gets over it over time.
Oh, you mean like the emotions of that?
Yeah, without any explanation.
I mean, that's how it can go sometimes. Sometimes you're like, oh wow, does this person is like not have you don't have enough time for me? I guess I'm not as important anymore. It's like whatever. Honestly, Mona and I have gone through those times like that. We both back and forth. One of us happens to be busy, and it's like, oh wait a minute, I guess you've got no more time for me or whatever. But and then eventually you realize, like, hang on a second, we could just say something to each other and talk if we need to, and like actually clear this stuff up. We're not gonna stress about it. Oh, I just realized this is their anthem again, isn't it? They'll always be the one. Another mirror of season 2. Yeah, of course.
Huh?
And the letter.
What's this?
Oh, I wonder what it is. What does it look like, aphmau? It's a tuna sandwich. Hey, so I'll see you again next year. I haven't forgotten you, I promise, FC. That is brilliant. You know what? Figurative Levi drink for that letter, because that is the perfect response. See, that's the thing. If you make the letter personal enough to the person receiving it, it actually is way better than like, oh yes, to whom it may concern, my dearest aphmau. Oh, how I yearn to have you once more. No, that's all you need. He's gonna appreciate that more than any bit of poetry that he could, I don't know, fart out, I suppose.
Give me one more time. Give me one more time. Give me one more time.
Maybe this is what I was missing.
Give me one more time.
Ah, bring it back to the first scene, which said someone was missing. That is brilliant. Yeah. All right. I'm not gonna pause the music. Okay, there we go. Right. So that was all of Phoenix Pie graduation days. And finally, my time spent as, an aphmau reactor has come full circle, because I started out, my first ever aphmau reaction was Graduation Days episode 1, when that came out like a long time ago. And now in the 5 Days of Project, we've finally reached this point. So there you go. I guess I've been reacting to aphmau for 5 years then. I'm pretty sure I put that video out like the day after. Whatever. Details. So yeah, it's been a fun journey, and I'm so glad to get to Graduation Days now actually as well, because yeah, it's one of those things, like it surprised me in like not only the stuff that I'd actually like forgotten about, but also like what I remembered, and just all of the new
and what you didn't remember.
All the new setups, like it's like the interactions, the chemistry, like my goodness. I guess there's also the thing that we've skipped out on a few of the aphmau roleplays that came out, in this particular year of 2017, where we just have where aphmau was actually playing around with like new incarnations of these characters, but also some new characters.
When did Dreams of Astoria come out?
I think it was this year. Yeah, but we had Dreams of Astoria, we had Ultra Nova, which
Void Paradox.
Void Paradox, Realm Royals, unfortunately, but they can't all be hits.
Oh, when did Mermaid Tales come out?
that was this year as well. Yeah, so aphmau was really like branching out and thinking like, okay, maybe that's because MyStreet was coming to somewhat of a conclusion in her mind, and she was like, okay, I need to have something else, at else to like bridge the gap and stuff. Or I don't know, maybe MyStreet was taking a lot of time in production as well for season 6, if because obviously all of the animations that are supposed to be going on, and then that was that whole thing that happened. So which does explain my demons as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I haven't finished the majority of it. Actually, no. I kept up with Mermaid Tales and the one with like the crystals and the royal party.
Oh, that's a royal tale. That was also this year, 2017.
A royal tale, that was so good. Mermaid Tales was good. I wanted more of a royal tale. Like out of all of them, a royal tale was by far my favorite.
Yeah, it seemed to end rather quickly. I'm pretty sure it takes place over like a single day. It was like,
yeah,
there was more that you could do with this. I mean, fine having Jenny be Cinderella, basically, but was there no other option here?
I don't know. I really liked Royal Tales or whatever. Are you sure it was called Royal Tales?
It was a royal tale. See, that's the thing. We had Mermaid Tales, we had a royal tale, and we also had Realm Royals.
Was Realm Royals the Roblox one?
Yes.
I didn't watch any of her Roblox series.
Good. Realm Royals is terrible.
And then Dreams of Astoria, was that the like pick and choose story? Like that's what I think it is, but I'm not 100% on that.
I don't know. Dreams was no. Oh no. That's Meteora Valley.
Yeah, I watched some of that one. Dreams of Astoria. Oh, Dreams of Astoria had the like green theme, right? Green themed outfit.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that one as well. Not really well, clearly.
I mean that is fair. I don't know. Maybe at some point I'm just gonna have to do like another kind of series where I do like a look back on like other aphmau stuff in general. Because I know it's like MyStreet 5 days. The reason I put MyStreet specifically was because I wanted days where I wasn't just streaming like all the time, because obviously aphmau doing daily uploads and most of them being role plays, especially around this time. I knew I was gonna get to here and be like, oh, there would be no way. So
Minecraft Diaries.
Add that to college and stuff. Yeah, Minecraft Diaries especially. It was like there was no way that I was gonna make videos reacting to all of my. But for starters, I had the idea for this series in like October, November of 2020, so I wouldn't be able to start out at the proper time anyway, and that ruins the whole gimmick of this.
Okay, but Minecraft Diaries 10 years later.
Oh my word! I am not doing a Minecraft Diaries 10 years later because I'm not spending like every single day streaming Minecraft Diaries reactions, especially for survival roleplays where like the large gaps of nothing happening. It doesn't make for good reactionary content in the same way. But
Minecraft Diaries.
It's tempting. It's tempting, but I mean,
okay,
honestly,
fine. How about this?
I could make that like a not 5-day thing, like just a react whenever, like maybe like once MyStreet has more of a hiatus or there's like a gap to fill with something, I fill it with another aphmau series or a series by somebody else. Maybe I'll do Mystic Hills by Lady Mania, because I never finished watching that back in the day, but yet I was actually involved in it. So there's that.
What if you did a random number generator from 0 to 250 something? Because it's like 30.
Whatever number comes out, I react to that episode. No, if I'm gonna do the reactions, I'm gonna do them in chronological order of like this. Like, yeah.
But that's no fun.
What do you mean it's no fun? You still get your diaries reactions. You still get what you want. You would still receive what you want.
Yeah, but it's funnier if you have no context.
I've seen the show before. It just means that
how much do you actually remember?
Everyone who hasn't been checking out the streams, and if they miss out on something and they have to go back to see another video, well, great, because they can actually get the content and I get the watch time. It's a win-win. If I do it out of order,
that makes sense, but like, Random number generator.
You know what? You do that if you want. You have a
Nah, I
perfectly
don't like.
usable channel that you don't make anything on.
Yeah, it's usable, but I don't put anything on there because that's too much commitment.
So, oh yeah, who would have thought that making 200 plus videos of a Minecraft would be a commitment? Truly a baffling sentiment.
I can't even commit to doing my homework on time right now.
And yet you say college is easy.
Well, because it is. I just haven't been like my homework gets done like the day it gets assigned, just because I have nothing better to do. But
So
like if I had other things to do, then like if I didn't have so much free time, homework is not the top priority. So it's not something I would be willing to commit to getting done on time.
Right.
It's too easy because I get it done on time right now.
Maybe next time you have like a holiday, consider it possibly.
I'm on holiday right now.
Then consider it possibly.
Wait, what am I considering?
The reaction thing.
Oh.
The thing we've just been talking about.
Oh, that's why I was trying to get Quudzy to talk to me. But Quudzy has things to deal with right now. So, yeah, that's on hold.
You want to do a react chart with Quudzy? That might be a good idea, actually, because Quudzy has the artistic skills to pull off some really decent thumbnails, as well as.
Well, no, I was gonna drag Quudzy into the fan fiction stuff.
Oh, right. Okay.
I feel like it's really Quudzy that's made it funny every time we've done that kind of stuff.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's true, mostly because of reactions, but yeah.
Yes, because Quudzy has funny reactions, in my opinion. Also, because Quudzy gets it. Well, so does Shorty. Like,
yeah. So, but see, the thing is, my reactions are funny because I don't get it. Their reactions are funny because they do.
Yeah. And I just like hang out. I just like to vibe.
Oh no! See, the thing is, I'm pretty sure people can like go back and look at this, but on these streams alone, you have some very fangirly reactions to stuff.
Well, yeah, because I'm supposed to.
What do you mean you're supposed to?
That's like my like thing. It wouldn't seem right if I didn't.
Yeah, that's my point. That's been integral to you. That's what you provide. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but so do Quudzy and Shorty. So I'd need to find something else because Shorty does it better.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a few differences in the way, and it's I guess there's differences in the stuff that you react to, but maybe even if you do so in the same way.
I guess that's probably true.
Also, Shorty's also really good at reading the fanfics in question. She's got that voice. She's got that voice of like, you know.
Well, it's great when Shorty actually does read it. Sometimes it's not can't get past sentence 1.
That sounds like my stage directions. I've been trying. I've recently gone through quite a lot of scripts and stuff for like, you know, for Butterverse and non-Butterverse content. There's actually a Minecraft show that I have pitched to Shorty to put on her channel. Yeah, that's just listening to her read through the stage directions and everything. It's like, come on. That's mostly down to me and my big words, but
yeah, make smaller words. Just make smaller words.
Okay, granted, while those scripts, you know, not my fault that it had big words because it wasn't actually intended to be read. That was like made in 2019. It was like that was when it was like something I dug out to show the Shorty based on like an idea. The other one, yeah, that's true. I should really clarify that sometimes because Shorty's directing the project, so she needs to understand everything that's in the script. But you know, I think we've come to understanding, so you know, should be.
We've come to an understanding when you don't
that might
use
be
words
out by
in
the time that someone's watching this.
Wait, what is it? Oh wait, no, hold up. Tell me after. But like, it's like in case it isn't out, obviously. but like, you also use like big words in other languages, like Latin or Greek, and then that gets more confusing.
That's usually like for effect. I don't do that all the time. That's like a sprinkle in there, especially if it's
That's so
Butterverse content.
confusing.
If it's Butterverse content, of course I'm going to use some Greek terminology because that's what it's called, and the Greek gods are canon to that universe. So
Okay, but why can't everybody's name be Pan?
because that would get incredibly confusing. Can you imagine that? Hi Pan, hello Pan, how's Pan doing today? Oh well, actually I saw Pan last when she was going up with Pan and Pan. Yeah, the Pan and Pan, the way that Pan was all right during that situation. It doesn't work.
I just mean that Pan is short and simple. Why can't the rest of them be short and simple? Like Pan and Ban and Can and Man and Nan and Lan and Dan and Fan and
Well, half of those names are abysmal to start off with. Some of them aren't even names in general, but also because that's just not as fun. I mean, honestly, Moni will probably admit they'd be on this. Having some interesting names is somewhat fun. Then again, I don't want to go into like the gotcha territory of having like random names like I don't know, Toast and Horrid and I don't know whatever else was.
I'm gonna write a show where everybody's name is an alphabetical letter. So there's A and B and C and D and D.
You could just make everyone's name start with a different letter of the alphabet and have that be part of the gimmick. I don't know. That does something the kind of thing like I don't know, maybe like a Gundam anime would do or something. I don't know.
I don't know what Gundam. Wait, no, Gundam's the like high-tech Legos, right?
Giant robot suits, basically.
Okay. I think I've watched only one of those. It was really good. It was on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me. But like the mom like had a high-tech like was like a scientist or something, and then the kid like met an alien. I don't know. It was good,
Yeah, I don't know.
but I watched it back in 7th grade, which was like a long time ago now.
I see. Well, it's like a whole genre of anime because it's a proven method, I suppose. So So yeah.
So what were your thoughts on the episode?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I'm so glad you brought that up. So for this episode, yeah, I'm really all for this finale, and I am really hyped for Falcon University now. I mean, I went into this thinking like, oh, it's gonna surprise me. This graduation day is gonna surprise me like each episode and such, and it's gonna be far better than it's represented because it's been underrated and people say it's useless in the overall scheme of things, but it actually does. But even so, it's still entertaining. And I was right.
True.
I have not been dissuaded of that so far. So, my opinion has not changed. And this episode, is proof of that. I mean, yes, is it frustrating that Aaron didn't talk to aphmau for like the entire class? Absolutely.
Well, I feel like for me, that's more inner frustration because I get it. So it's relatable. It's very, very relatable.
Okay, but also logically, that's the place where he is agent free. All he had to do was take off his hood, and also the bandana. We found out later the bandana was also not giving him away.
Okay, but attracting attention, like aphmau said like 3 words, and the teacher called her out on it.
Literally talked to him, within like a minute of sitting down.
No, the teacher had already like started talking. So like
that didn't stop aphmau.
Well, because aphmau doesn't know how college works. Aaron does, and if Aaron fucks up this review, messes up this
Oh, yeah. So if he messes up his optional class after the finals have already been done, he's going to jeopardize something. Yeah, I highly doubt that.
Yeah, his final grade because you literally pointed out that the teacher is corrupt.
The teacher is corrupt, but also, I don't think that's the thing. Like, the teacher's corrupt in the sense of like, praise me and I'll praise you. I don't think.
Yeah, so if you don't praise the teacher's gonna be like, haha, let's like be harder grader.
He could also just like pass the note as well, because now he's seen the note, it also gives away who he is. Because only Aaron would write something like that.
True.
Yeah, so is it frustrating that didn't happen? Absolutely. But everything else, again, we see we see more of Terra, we see the ever-increasing flandrization of Luca, which is still a problem, granted. It's a fun problem, but it's like, well. And we also, although I will say, one thing we did get to see about the FC of Luca that was really great was the fact you can actually make Kaden that flustered. We haven't seen someone do that since Jeffrey. I mean, Travis, whenever he says stuff, he either gets beaten up or Kaden plays along, and it's a different dynamic, and it's not a bad dynamic.
I was gonna say, yeah.
This one's fun too. That's what I mean.
I like this I liked Caitlin and Jeffrey, and I like Caitlin and Luca so much more than I like Travelin.
I see. Okay.
Sorry, I know it's like Euro TP, but like I don't know. I like the dynamic between.
Okay, in all fairness, I was really a big fan of Caitlin and Lucas, but like when these episodes did come out, because I was my proper avid traveling phase was around that time. But even so, I was like, okay, I mean, this is kind of like with Kaimao and Ianmao, there was something that happened that it wasn't necessarily it wasn't going to affect the plot because that is not, they don't end up together. So for the time being, enjoy it for what it is. That's really what Kane and Luca became to me. It's like, what, these two of you, but we're better traveling eventually. As far as where my allegiance lies and my loyalty as a shipper, that has been brought into question many a time with especially back in the day. I'm sure that will continue as the streams proceed. So
yeah, I don't know. I liked Jeffrey and Caitlin in Minecraft Diaries as well. So I was biased going into MyStreet. It was very less apparent in Minecraft Diaries, but it was there to some degree.
Well, at least she didn't break up with them being too nice in Diaries, so that's an improvement.
I actually, no. No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, that's what might happen with Luca. To be honest, it depends. Maybe that's why the dynamic failed. I don't know. There was more of that from Luca's perspective as far as Kaden was doing, but we'll get to that in the one throwaway line that sort of explains it.
Honestly, it's so sad, but I don't know. I really liked Luca.
It's weird. All these temporary breakups are always they're so poorly executed a lot of the time. Like Kawaii-chan and Damien as well. That came out of literally nowhere.
Yeah. Well, actually, I kind of liked Luca and Tara. I think when I was watching this, I also thought about that.
But they weren't a couple. We're talking about actual couples here, not so
I mean, because I knew that Luca and Caitlin wouldn't end up together.
Oh, okay.
I was partly hoping that Luca might end up with Tara. Just because, that was kind of cute.
But by that logic, I would have thought you would be into Luca and Jenny, honestly, because they're both pining people they're not going to actually end up with, and that's the certainty for both of them. And Jenny does like coffee. Then again, so does Tara. I don't know, whichever way, but I just imagine you would for Luca and Jenny at the same time.
I think I like Jenny with her best friend, the
Which
fun,
one?
the
Kathy or
purple,
Betty?
the one that doesn't have a red hairband.
Okay, yeah, Betty.
Betty, yeah. I think I like Jenny and Betty, to be honest, because Betty seemed nice, and she seemed Betty seemed nice, and also
yeah, she's nice, chill, and grounded. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, Jenny's a little out there, and Betty can bring her back down to earth, sort of thing. That was kind of how I saw that.
That's another thing about Falcon Claw and Graduation Days. The new characters are amazing. I mean, it's
they are.
But I do miss some of the old characters, but I'm glad that this lot did get the spotlight as well. If there's one time to do a new cast, a new set of people,
it's college.
Have it be the time when they're not all going to be studying together.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was also Travis and Dante.
Again, Travis, I get why he wasn't there because they all forgot about him canonically, but
well, yeah, but I get why they're not there, but it's they all like not only did they ditch Travis, no one ever talked about Dante. Like I get why aphmau would never talk about Jean, but
Yeah, some of
like
them should have been there. Yeah. Oh wait, she did. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Sasha
Apple
and
Cake. It
Zenix
was
were there,
somebody.
weren't they?
I was gonna say, didn't someone mention Jean when we talk about Antonio? No, that was one of you. One of
That
you
was
said
me.
that.
That
Yeah.
was that was me saying that he resembles Jean.
Okay, right, that's fine then.
Yeah. Well, I also did Sasha and Zenix ever show up in FC?
I don't think Sasha and Zenix could pursue their education further than strictly necessary.
That's
In
so
fact,
true.
you know what? I think that's somewhat true because they were also like disgruntled with like the school system in general. They seemed like they weren't being challenged in the way they wanted to. That was the whole conversation with Sasha, actually. Which is
Yeah.
still one of my favorite scenes in MyStreet. Actually, was the conversation between aphmau and Sasha of all people.
Yes. I loved Sasha, honestly.
You know something? I need to do like I thought of one point of like doing top 10s of aphmau videos, like top 10 best season 1, whatever, or overall MyStreet videos in general, and your best and worst. But maybe I should do like other stuff as well, like maybe like I don't know, best couples or something, or best or best ships, or maybe.
Oh my god, yes.
So what I was thinking of actually maybe like best scenes, because the aphmau and Sasha one would be in there.
I
but
was
most of them-
expecting you to say scenes after talking about Sasha and aphmau talking.
Yes.
But then you said couples and ships, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, see, that's the thing. I mean, I've had the idea for years to do like analysis videos based on like each of the ships of aphmau content, but or like especially like starting with like the main ones that get focused on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Maybe I have more content other than 5 years later that I can do in terms of aphmau stuff. I'm now seeing.
Yay.
You know what? I'll have a talk with Aiden because he might because he likes doing like aphmau edits and visuals and music videos more than I do. So maybe I can script that out and record it, and he can provide the visuals if he wants to do something with that. We'll see. I'll run it by him because he is.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, with that in mind, any other stuff I have to say about the episode? Yeah, Luca's still being flanderized. That's something that, again, very unfortunate. That persisted, but to be honest, yeah, this episode again, what the thing I love about the most is that it foreshadows the future events, it calls back to the past, and it also mirrors some stuff that we've seen before. So it calls back and mirrors the past, both visually and with dialogue, with like the feathers and everything. So yeah. Other than being playfully annoying, I had a wonderful time. I hope I will continue to do so when we actually get to Falcon Claw University.
Yeah,
However,
but with aphmau's track record, that doesn't seem right.
Well, I mean, yeah, I reckon it's going to start off well, trickle out towards the middle, and then correct itself towards the end.
Unless it's season 5.
Even season 5 did that somewhat. Remember the whole werewolf thing?
Nope.
The discrimination arc.
Oh yes, yeah.
The
I
Eric.
remember that. Yeah.
I think I did say towards the beginning of Starlight that the beginning of Starlight was actually significantly weaker than like the immediate afters, but I think I have to correct my statement for that now. I think what I would say now is the beginning of Starlight was poorer than I remembered. Then the middle beginning part picked itself up. The middle part was that's where it declined after the episode like on the boat, and then the end picks it up again, like the last 3 episodes, like the 3 parts are at the end. So
so it was like wee.
Yeah, literally a letter W. All right, well, that's that. We'll see what happens. Graduation days itself, it hasn't had those moments. For me, I've you know,
Well,
maybe
it's also
episode
quite
4 was
short.
episode 4 was a lot weaker than the other ones, just because it seemed to have reason to exist. But even with what Aiden said about Graduate Days only needing to have 3 episodes, you know, Nekoet aside, I still like the fact that we got more content, especially for all the people that we don't necessarily see that much of.
Bless you.
Thanks.
That was such a smooth transition.
Okay, so that's that. We'll see how it goes in Falcon University, which actually I checked before, and I'm getting a Discord call.
As per usual.
Oh, it's Aiden. Does he know? Does he know that I'm about to end the stream? Is the stream still
Magic.
happening now? Okay, no, he doesn't. Okay, yes, but it's about to finish. Okay, so we're wrapping up the stream. So that's next episode is going to be obviously Falcon University episode 1. But the thing is, weirdly enough, it actually comes out on the 27th. We have a huge gap. So I'm going to catch up on some VODs, or when you're watching, I will have caught up on some VODs and some more gacha
That
reviews.
also
and
means that you should talk to Chris. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Talk to the Caroline system.
I mean, sure. I could do that regardless. I could do that like after I leave this restream call. Something.
No, I want the DID stream.
Oh, okay, fine. That was Caleb.
Like, fix your
Yeah,
YouTube.
fair enough.
Because you can do that on YouTube, right?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Because I want to know stuff. I want to see other people's questions about stuff I haven't even thought about.
Okay, fine. In that case, I will do / already have done that stream. Time is a weird concept. And yeah, we'll spice that in with some more gacha reviews and stuff, because that system seems to be working. Speaking of systems, but yeah, so I guess we'll see everyone for that. I don't know, maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll pick up another aphmau. Well, no, I won't, because I have the same problem. Whatever. I'll do the other things I said. So yeah, we'll see everyone back here for episode 1 of Falcon Claw on the 27th. Same time, same place, 5 years later. Until then, please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters, and subscribe if you haven't already. And on that note, until next time, are you mouthing my outro? I've done this speech so many. That's the thing. When you do it enough times, it becomes like mechanical second nature to not only you, but also your audience. That's how catchphrases are born, by the way. Just repeat something long enough.
And like or dislike, because your opinion matters. Leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. That's the catchphrase. That's the only thing I can actually like remember when I'm not actually hearing it as you go.
Yeah, and subscribe notes already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.